Hello everybody, my name is Dad, and welcome to a new series known as, we'll just call it, I don't know, I could do a what if name, what if Deku was cursed, or I can do cursed Deku, but I might just do what if Deku was cursed, or is cursed, one of the two, I probably would do that. So yeah, but we're gonna do something here. So in this, what if, it's not really based off of anything. It's just a thought that I had in my head. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be fucked. And I was like, dude, this is gonna be fucked. No, that thing that I am, well, like, it kind of has some shit that kind of feels similar to that. Now that I think about it, but not really. It's not gonna be connected in any way. So, luckily, I'm not saying the names of them. One, because I can't say. One, because I suck at saying one name, and second, because it's a big spoiler. Anyway, moving on. So in this, what if Deku is quirkless, but he's gonna have a curse? He's gonna be cursed, and curses in this world are a bit different than what you think in like the normal world. Like, you kill this guy, he curses you. He curses you and your entire family to suffer for 100 years. You know, not that kind of thing. But like they're more less physical. You can't see them. But they are thinking living things, and they possess hosts. They possess hosts. 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 And usually with these hosts, once you are cursed, you don't know that you're cursed. Usually how curses would work is that basically you just get them and nothing really happens. And you just never know what happens. You just live out normally while the curse every once in a while will just come out of you and become you for a while and go around killing people, doing whatever the fuck they want to do. They don't give a shit. And this was a huge problem for people back for way before quirks. Like, curses were a thing for a long ass time. And now, ever since quirks rolled in, people just stopped. They couldn't curse people anymore. Like it's like the humans evolved to get these quirks to be like some sort of filter to them. So you obviously could see why Izuku has one, because obviously he's quirkless, so there's no filter. They didn't know about this. They just thought people just couldn't be cursed anymore. They couldn't possess people anymore. They didn't know. So they kind of just existed for a while. But so it's kind of weird how it works. And the way you know if someone's possessed or is cursed is there's not a way to know until the curse comes out. When the curse comes out, it does something to the eyes. You know, the white part of your eye that entirely turns black, and the part that makes your eye a color, like my eyes are brown, like you guys just can be blue, green, fucking also brown. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, that part, it changes to a certain color counting on what the curse is, because there's different types of curses. Some have red eyes, like if so basically they kind of look like a ghoul from Tokyo Ghoul. They got ghoul eyes. And there's some with fucking, I don't know, green. There's some with green, there's some with fucking yellow, there's some with orange, there's some with black. No, not black. Sorry, not black. I'm just saying random colors. Okay, guys, there's nothing to plot with this. I haven't decided all the types yet. I've only decided one type, and it's the most powerful type. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so Zuko's quirkless. I'm not gonna go through the whole him getting a quirk thing, because it's really not important. because it doesn't very much affect him in this. He doesn't really give a shit. He is kind of like, that he's always been kind of a really, like, he didn't really give a shit. He's always been like that kid who's the quiet kid, He's always been that quiet kid. So when he was pronounced quirkless, he didn't really give a shit. And because him being that one quiet kid, his bullying was more harsh. So, yeah. So yeah, he's kind of like, and like, again, he doesn't really fucking care. He kind of just doesn't really care. But moving on from that, let's go on to when he gets cursed, which is gonna be somewhere around the start of middle school. So, one night, Zuki's sleeping, and a curse comes into his room. Because these things are invisible, they basically can... Sorry about that. I was thinking if I should consider them to have that. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, I've decided. They can levitate, not so much fly, but they can kind of levitate off the ground like a couple inches, maybe like 6 inches, 5, maybe. Not too high, And they can phase through walls. They're not a physical thing. They're not physical. They're basically kind of like a ghost, but instead they can only just levitate. They can't really fly. Well, ghosts kind of levitate too, but that's because usually they can't go outside. Because they can't go outside. They're just stuck in the house. They're stuck in the place they died eternally until their unfinished business is done, which most likely never will happen because they probably died around 500 years ago, and their unfinished business is buried in the ground. Is buried way down in the ground, practically is now a fossil. But anyway, hold on. Sorry about that. But yeah, kind of just not right. So this curse decided to possess Suzuki just for the fuck of it. Like, he's like, fuck it, I'll at least try, and it worked. Obviously, the reason being him being quirkless. But something's not entirely right. Zuko was cursed, and we're just gonna wake up the next morning, Zuko goes to school, everything goes per usual, pretty much. Nothing really changes from his day-to-day life, he doesn't really give a shit. Comes back home and just kind of sitting there, and he's just like, And we're gonna time skip about a week. Nothing happened during those weeks, and well, I know why, but I'm not gonna say. Anyway, when that happened, one day Zuko came home, and he was just sitting in his room relaxing. I don't know. He was watching he's listening to music or something, doing homework. He's listening to music while doing homework. Like, he has his earbuds plugged in, and all of a sudden he hears someone just calling his name. As you know, he takes off one earbud, and he's like, yes, but no one responded. Sorry about that. My brother's sleeping, and he rolls in his sleep. He also talks in his sleep. I don't know if you guys knew that. He talks in his sleep, and he says some weird shit sometimes. But it's not that regular. Hold on. Shit. Anyway. Someone calls out his name. No one responds. So he's like, what the fuck? As he put it back on, and, you know, he hears someone calling Izuku again, his name again, and he takes it off. He's like, what? He's like, what? No one answers. As you know, he's thinking, I must be going crazy now. As you know, he puts back on his earbud, and again, the voice calls out to him. He's like, alright, you know what? Fucking, what? And he stands up, and like, no one's responding. Like, his mom's not there. So he's like, because she's off at work, he thinks she's back now. He wasn't paying attention at the time. And he's like, what, Mom? As he leaves the room and looks around, but Inko isn't there. She's not there. It's like, and he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, what the hell? As you know, he goes back to his room, and again, the voice calls his name, but louder. And, you know, it keeps calling his name, repeating it over and over again. And Izuku is thinking he's going fucking crazy, dude. As you know, at some point it starts saying other words, like, listen to me. Like, listen. It's like, Izuku, listen to me, you stupid piece of shit. Listen to me. As you know, it keeps going, and then at some point he just phases from existence. Or, kind of. He seems to be in this pitch black room. Something like that. It's just completely dark here. An infinite void. Hold on. As, you know, he hears from someone behind him and says, took you long enough. He turns around and he just sees what seems to be a copy of him. But he has like the same structure as him. He even and his face looks similar, but instead, you know, the eye thing that I was talking about, and he's completely, his entire color, everything about him is red, including, you know, his eyes. As he looks at him, he's like, who are you? And where am I? And he's like, I can't really answer the first one because I don't even know that because I don't know the answer to that question, because I don't even know the answer to that question. And the second one I can answer. We're in your mind. He's like, huh, okay. As the curse looks at him, he's like, are you serious? The fuck's wrong with this kid? He's like, I don't really care. The fuck? He's like, the fuck? Whatever. So, I can't really answer who I am personally, but I can kind of answer that question. And he's like, then what? He's like, well, I'm what you people used to call a curse. And I'm possessing you. Okay? Jesus Christ, kid. Are you okay? Are you okay? There's something wrong with you, kid. He's like, don't really care. Okay, well, right now, no one's in control of your body. Your body's just kind of standing in the middle of your room, just balancing perfectly. Lucky you. Usually, lucky you. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if any curse has ever done this, and if they did, if they would just if the person would just fall on their face. I don't know if I should end that there. He's like, okay, so when can I go back? When you answer my question, what in the hell is wrong with you? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end that there. A bit of a fucking cliffhanger, but I know, but still. Goodbye.